Deuce, Bigelow, fat white gigolo, fucking on a sad hoe. Homie, but I didn't know she was just gonna do that. Kissing on the mistletoe, fuck 'em all over, but the old me kill 'em both. I said a pick 'em roll, hit it on the backboard in the trap, but nigga, feeling like the landlord. I just need a passport, what you looking sad for? I just need a friend to let me stick up in her back door, killing on the backboard, chicken liver eater, boy, cheated in a bitch, walking around like a Vegeta. I'm a young different cheater.
Well, I guess our intro's getting cut short. The internet might be weird if my live cuts out. I will go to my data. Oh, here we go. Never mind. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the first ever live episode of Unqualified Opinions. I am your host, Michael Slattery, and as you guys can see, we have a very special guest joining us for our pre-show. Our first ever guest, fitting enough, is my daughter. So, she has a few special shout-outs to give to some people here.
I would like to give a shout to my Nana and Papa and my mom and everybody at my mom's house and my grandma and grandpa, especially for the clothes from our last video.
Alright, so if you guys want just me to repeat that, to give a shout out to Nana and Papa, Mom and everyone at Mom's house, Grandma and Grandpa, especially Grandpa Chris, for giving us the content for last episode's shout out of the clothesline from hell. Honorable mention to JBL because it was a relatable video to that video we watched. If you guys seen the video of that bar fight we watched with nothing funny about the man who was, sorry I just laughed, the man who was fatally clotheslined and lost his life, but I was over at my stepdad's house and he said that it was very funny that I had mentioned that in my podcast about how you shouldn't clothesline old men in bars just because they say outrageous things to you, sports and stuff. And he said, well, JBL has been clotheslining men for over 30 years and getting paid for it. So I thought that was funny. He thought it was funny. So I gave the content to you guys. But our little guest here has to go to bed. So why don't you say goodnight to everybody? Why don't you say goodnight to everybody?
Good night.
Come on, honey. Alright, if you want to look at the, I'm so sorry everybody, we don't have our phone facing towards us because of my camera. The camera, for some reason, is backwards when it's front facing. So we see your comment, Jessa. If you see right there, Sagey, Jessa said hi, Carson and her are watching. So Carson and Jessa, thank you very much. Hi, Mom just popped in there. Again, she's saying goodnight to you, Sage. And Grandma's saying hi. For those of you who don't, or who don't know, who just joined, the camera has to face the other way right now because the Facebook Live front-facing camera is backwards, so we are facing this way. So if the way I am adjusting my camera is slightly different this episode, that is because it is facing a different way, but we're going to, before her little ears, hear more bad words, and she already has, with that intro song, we're going to get her out to her bedroom for some for bedtime. Good night, Sadie. Come here. I love you. Thank you. All right. So, everybody, now that Sage has gone to bed, we can say swear words and be obnoxious and be unhinged and be crazy and all that fun shit. So, getting into tonight's pre-show. As Sage mentioned, just so you guys know, I might not be looking at the camera too much because I have the light on, because it was kind of dark before I put the light on my phone. So anyway, as Sage was giving a shout out to everybody there, as I will repeat everybody she shouted out, just in case nobody was here for it or anything like that. She gave a shout out to Nana, her papa, her mom, and everyone at her mom's house. And she wanted to give a special shout out to Grandma and Grandpa, especially Grandpa Chris, for giving us the content for last week's honorable mention. Okay, so as you guys are aware, oh wait, I'm so sorry. I have one more special shout out to give to Misty. Misty, you are awesome, and if those of you who aren't aware, tomorrow is officially the first Misty Monday, March 16th. Mark it on your calendars. That's right, everybody. Misty Monday is officially a thing. Every year on March 16th, it is Misty Monday. Shout out to Misty. Misty, you're awesome. You're the only reason that I like coming to work. So shout out to Misty, everybody. Reminder, Misty Monday is March 16th, and that is tomorrow. Celebrate Misty Monday, having a good time. That's the way to celebrate Misty Monday, everybody. Okay, so getting into our funny video of the night. So I don't know if you guys have been watching or not, but my buddy Jacob keeps getting screwed over with his funny video of the night. So we're going to finally get to view some of Jacob's content. I'm going to get you guys in for a closer view for this funny video of the night. For those of you who are going to be watching this at a later time and aren't watching live tonight, this whole episode will be uploaded to my channel tomorrow. For those of you who keep up with my podcast or who just put me on for background noise, I really appreciate each and every one of you who take time out of your day, night, afternoon, whatever it may be, to sit down and listen to me be ridiculous. So we're going to get into the funny video of the night. You guys know how this goes. Before we get into it, we rate these videos 1 through 10, 1 through 5 being mid to neutral. Obviously 1, 2, 3, 4 is shit. 5, 6 being mid, neutral. You guys know what that means. 7 being good. 8 means great. 9 and 10 means, excellent, hilarious. You guys know. So we're going to get into the funny video of the night sent in by Jacob. Here we go. Funny video of the night, everybody. Let's get some... okay, here we go.
Monsters? What makes you think there's monsters in the closet? Well, I keep hearing noises, like rustling around in there, like a deep voice, and it's like speaking a different language. It's not like Spanish or German or anything. It's like a language that I've never heard, and it kind of scares me. I'm not fucking looking in there. Are you serious? You look in there. Little idiot. You hear yourself right now? This is the dumbest thing you ever said to me. But I'm scared. A deep voice speaking a different language? Are you kidding me? I'm freaking scared. I'm going to back out of this room. I'm going to lock the door. And you're on your own. So, please do not do that. I'm sorry. I had to make a new son.
Okay,
Dad,
Jacob.
can you please check
Dusty, I'm sorry to say it, but I think Jacob has officially been declared the winner for the highest score rated on my mom and her friend are being ridiculous in the comments, everybody. That's fitting for the show. They're talking about farts. Very fitting for the show. We talk about anything and everything on the show. I haven't talked about farts yet, but there you go, everybody. My mom and her friend are talking about farts in the comments, if anyone is wondering that. So anyway, let's get into the funny video of the night and the rating. Jacob, I'm giving this one a 9 just because, number one, it was fucking hilarious, and I can relate to it personally, being a dad and being called in to look at something your child finds scary, but you are also kind of freaked out, and you don't want to look at it either. I can definitely relate to that, And whatever dad wants to tell you that he isn't scared of anything is definitely a liar. We all kind of are. We all are. We just like to lie to you guys. So yes, I think anyone who is a parent can relate to not wanting to look in your child's closet because you might be freaked out as well. So I'm going to give your video a 9, Jacob. That is, for those of you who don't watch regularly, the highest rating we have ever gotten on the funny video of the night. And for those of you who don't watch me regularly and who might not know, the funny video of the night is my favorite part of the pre-show. And I was very bummed last episode that we could not watch the funny video of the night due to having technical difficulties. I want to also give one more special shout out to Jacob, Brian, and Dusty for being my main participants and sending me the funny video of the night. You guys are awesome. Without you guys, I really wouldn't have much of a pre-show. As I've stated in a couple of my other episodes, you guys are the backbone of Unqualified Opinion. So if there's one thing I want you guys to keep in mind, is that you guys are the backbone of Unqualified Opinions. Unqualified Opinions is very important to me. So the fact that you guys take time out of your day to send me funny content just for to put on my show is very meaningful to me. So thank you again. Shout out to Jacob, Brian, and Dusty. So we're going to get into our honorable mention. You guys kind of know how this goes. Let me look at the camera because if I can record this without that light, while I'm looking at the comments, Jessa and Mom, or whoever else is watching, can you please tell me if this is a decent lighting, because I really don't want to be blinded the rest of this episode. So if this is a good visual light, if you guys can see decently, can you please tell me real quick before I get back in my chair and continue the episode? Is anybody still responding in the... Okay, it's slightly dark. Okay, so I will use the light. I won't look too much. For some reason, on my usual podcast, it usually doesn't look that dark, but we are going to use the light. But when we're watching videos, I will make sure to turn the light off if we are watching a video on the big screen together, so it's not glaring. Like I said, my usual podcasts usually aren't that's dark. I don't know if Facebook is just weird or what, but we are rocking with the light. That's fine. Anyway, honorable mention for a topic that is a good topic, but not good enough to cover a whole episode. If you've watched my videos before, you know the drill. Honorable mention, the guy who shadow boxes after 2 drinks at the bar. I think everybody might know a guy who has a weird, a lot of these guys have a temper problem or some weird thing that they like to do when they get drunk. Just shadow boxing and being weirdos. Comment if one of your friends does this, if you've seen a guy do this at the bar, or maybe you and your friends just want to be crazy at the bar and shadow box after a few drinks at the bar. So like I said, I will mention guy who shadow boxes at the bar after 2 drinks. Comment if you guys know somebody who does that. I will be sure to go back there and check some of the comments. Like I said, the phone is facing the other way due to the camera being stupid on the front-facing way. So, like I said, the honorable mention, guy who shadow boxes after 2 drinks at the bar. All right, I didn't really want to get into our main topic my main topic right away, just in case some people weren't aware or joining on the live. Like I said, this is the first ever live episode of Unqualified Opinions. I want to thank anyone who has tuned in. Let me take a little look at how many people we got watching. Here we got 4 people watching. All right. I don't think your mom and I have ever shadow boxed. Maybe some mediocre beatboxing that no one asked for. Hey, nothing wrong with that. If there's one thing that I've touched on in this podcast is that when you're at the bar, you should have a good time with your friends. So if beatboxing that no one asked for means you're having a good time with your friends, I say fuck everybody else and fuck their opinion. Have fun with your friends, everybody. And Jessa and Mom and anybody who likes to beatbox at the bar when no one has asked for it. Fuck everybody else. Beatbox your heart out. Anyway, we're going to get into our main topic. Red flags So so sorry, everybody. Are these red flags, or am I just overreacting? Okay, so I think everybody has kind of been in this situation before where maybe you're talking to somebody that you really like talking to, and let's say they're kind of wishy-washy, whether it be texting, in person. Maybe you're not getting the vibe from them that they're as interested in you as you would like them to be. Everyone's had to deal with this at least once. It sucks, but we're gonna get into it on this episode. A red flag? Are they red flags, or am I just overreacting? Our first topic, he or she doesn't text back because they say they're bad at texting. Okay, we're gonna look at our official image for people who like to say that they are apparently bad at texting. I'm going to give you guys my personal opinion before I bring up the one of the things that I looked up online, a little statistic for you guys. I don't know if it's true because I'm using Bing, not Google, and you all know that you Google. On Google, if I have a headache, they'll say, take a Midol. If you Google, I have a headache on Bing, they'll say, put a bullet in your head. So you never know the real answers you're going to get from Bing, but we're going to look at my little statistic on people who apparently say they're fucking bad at texting. Bad at texting you back when you, a lot of people know that is bullshit, but I'm going to get into that. Anyway, if you are talking to somebody and they apparently tell you that they're bad at texting, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. This is unqualified opinions. Like I said, I'm not a qualified therapist or a qualified life coach, but I am a qualified dumbass who has done a lot of dumb things in my life and has been put in a lot of situations as the topics I talk about, or I wouldn't talk about them if I didn't have any experience on these topics. But I want to tell you guys that if somebody that you like tells you that they're bad at texting, they're just not really as interested in you as you think, and you should just move on, because somebody who is interested in you, and especially a woman who is interested in you, will break every rule, piss anybody off, do whatever they need to do to be with the person they want to be with, text, and I'm not saying overreact if you've been left on red for a little bit, or 20 minutes and they end up responding, but if they respond to you maybe once a day, and you're trying to form a relationship, and they try to tell you that is bad at texting, I'm sorry to tell you, they can tell you what they want, but they're just really not that interested in you, and they don't want to hurt your feelings. So you should move on with your life and find somebody who does text you back more than once a day, and who doesn't give you shitty excuses, and who can just communicate with you like an adult, because nobody likes a fucking person who just likes to waste time and lie to people. And a lot of people who claim that they're bad at texting are usually texting numerous other people, and you're not on their list the way you are on the way. I'm so sorry. They are not. You are not on their list the way that they're on your list. So you should move on and stop believing their fucking excuses, because their texting habits are not going to get any better. I want to check my who is looking. Okay, so obviously people have children to attend to. That's completely understandable. Like I said, if any of you have kids or anything that you are currently doing that requires your utmost urgency, and I totally understand. I'm a parent, and I also have kids. So if you guys are doing anything, it is okay. If you can't even join my live tonight, it is absolutely okay. Because any of you that support my podcast and me, this whole live episode that I'm recording tonight, will be uploaded onto YouTube tomorrow. Anyway, so I want to also make one special announcement before I get into my next topic. I just covered, for anyone who just joined or wasn't listening, if he or she doesn't text back a lot because they say they're bad at texting, they are not bad at texting. They are lying to you, and you need to find better things to occupy your time with, because that person is just using you for validation. Anyway, I'm going to get into our next before I get into my next topic, I would like to make the official announcement that Unqualified Opinions, yes everybody, Unqualified Opinions will be live. That's right, live every Saturday night at 8 o'clock p.m. You can catch me on Facebook Live at 8 o'clock every Saturday night, I will be unhinged, unfiltered, unrated, saying fuck, shit, whatever, I don't care. Tell me, I will be checking my comments regularly for any questions, any comments, any opinions that you guys have on the topics I'm talking about, whether you guys agree with me, disagree with me. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to talk about it. I don't care. This is unqualified opinions. Like I said, I'm not a qualified therapist or life coach. I'm a qualified dumbass who's done a lot of dumb things, and I relate, and I can give you guys a lot of advice on the topics that I talk about, or else I wouldn't be talking about them, obviously. Anyway, we are going to get into our next topic of, are they red flags, or are you just overreacting? Let me get into my official image for this topic, everybody, is, oh, sorry. Here we go. He or she still Snapchats or texts their ex, and I'm not talking about a baby mama or a baby daddy. I'm talking just about a regular ex that they don't have a kid with, and that they shouldn't be communicating with because they're in a relationship with you. He or she still snaps their ex because they say they are friends. Apparently, me personally, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, it is disrespectful to be in communication with your ex-lover, especially behind your partner's back, because that is very disrespectful, and he wouldn't want it done to you. And even if you are still on friendly terms with your ex, if your partner has made it very clear numerous times even, that they are not comfortable with you talking to your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, do not communicate with them, or else you just have no respect or boundaries for your partner's feelings, and that is a problem, and you should work on that, because if you're still in communication with all of your exes, I can tell you right now, you are not going to be able to hold a relationship for very long, because not a lot of people are okay with that, and mostly people who are okay with it are in this weird shit, like open relationships and poly shit, and if you guys are into that, whatever. I personally think it's weird and nothing good comes of it, but I'm going to check my stuff. Alright, we are sitting at, it looks like Jessa and Mom are my top people, which is perfect, awesome, because if there's two people that I know will relate to my content and laugh at me and actually stay tuned. I know it's you guys, so thank you very much. You guys are my top fans. I appreciate both of you very much for supporting my podcast. And I know that you guys will always be the ones who are responding to me in the comments and giving me more content to talk about. So I really appreciate both of you. Thank you for tuning in and staying tuned in. Like I said, anyone who doesn't tune in tonight can catch this episode on my YouTube channel. Tomorrow I will be uploading it tomorrow morning, probably. And I say tomorrow night because most people don't really watch it until nighttime because people have shit to do. I get it. And so I will be uploading my live episode tomorrow. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, I will still be recording an episode of Unqualified Opinions tomorrow night, as I do every single night. That's right, everybody. Every single night after I put my... I'm so sorry. Every single night after I either put my kids to bed or I hunkered down for the night, I get into my pajamas and I sit in this chair right here and I talk to you guys about what's on my mind, the modern topic of the world, what you guys might want to hear about, and I hope I can make you guys laugh. Or even if I don't make you guys laugh, I hope you guys at least agree with what I'm saying and can relate to what I'm saying. I know I haven't really had a lot of swear words or jokes in this episode much, mostly due to the fact that my daughter was a part of it. And for those of you who are used to my unhinged content and my swearing, I'm sorry if this episode has been lackluster in those departments, but we are talking about a real problem. Like I said, I'm going to touch on this topic one more time. If you are still in communication with your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend after your partner has made it very clear that they don't want you talking to them, you should stop doing it, and don't be surprised if the person you're with breaks up with you or has a very long time. It takes a very long time to fully trust you again when it comes to talking to people you're not supposed to be talking to and doing things you're not supposed to be doing in your phone. A lot of people are sneaky and they like to do the whole don't look at my phone and delete. If you're one of those people, you're a fucking piece of shit, and I hope whoever you are dating catches you or somebody exposes you for being a cheating piece of shit and not respecting your partner, it's too big of a trend in the world today. If you're not serious about protecting someone's heart and being a good partner, please don't get into a relationship. They're not for you, and you should just stay off the dating scene too, because they don't want you either. Stop being a fucking narcissistic person and get better about boundaries and being in a mature relationship, or else you will never be in a mature relationship if you can't stop texting your old exes and posting pictures for validation. And all around, every time you get into a relationship, you feel like you're lacking attention from elsewhere. You have a problem with attention, and you are not mentally fit to be in a relationship. I'm sorry to tell you. All right, number 3, which, I can't hate on this one too much, because I will say myself, I am a self-proclaimed mama's boy. I don't care what anyone has to say about it. I love my mom, and if anyone wants to hate on me for having a good relationship with my mother, so be it. But I think it's very important. So anyway, we're going to get into our last topic. They bring their mom to every doctor's appointment, which I don't do that. But if you do bring your mom to every doctor's appointment, I'm not hating on you, but some people might find that weird or cringy or invasive. So it might be for, maybe you have anxiety. Maybe your mom comforts you in a way that nobody does, especially when you're in high-stress situations, especially like being at a doctor, getting poked with needles, and being told scary news. But if you find this cringy, please comment if somebody you're dating, if it's a red flag, or are you overreacting to them bringing their mom to every doctor's appointment? Do you think it's weird? Do you think they need to, for a lack of a better word, release their mouth and their mama's teat and be an adult? Or do you not find it weird, or do you find it sweet that someone's mom... I will personally say that as a grown man, I'm not trying to be biased or sexist on this one, but as a man, no, I think it's kind of cringy for you to bring your mom to a doctor's appointment. The only reason that I don't say it is cringy for a woman to bring their mother to a doctor's appointment is because there are certain things that women can relate to that men have no idea about, and that is very normal for a woman to want her mother to come with to a doctor's appointment, especially if it is to do with pregnancy or something scary. So mostly guys, if you if you take your mom to the doctors with you, you might get a little bit of cringe or hate from the girl you're dating, just so the fact that some girls don't like mama's boys, or some girls just think it's cringy that you need to bring your mom to the doctor with you. Or they might just be mad that you chose to bring your mom instead of them. So, like I said, I don't particularly think it's cringy for a woman or a girl to bring their mom to a doctor's appointment with them, due to the fact that, like I said, pregnancy and all those things that women can relate to that men have no idea about is very understandable. Why a girl would have her mom want to come with her to a doctor's appointment, and maybe if it's a normal thing just because she's anxious. I also don't hate on girls for that either, because mother, you're not ever too old to say I want my mom, and it's a very normal thing to just you want to reach out to your mom and have the when you're around your mom, you're comforted and you feel safe, and you know that your mom isn't going to let anything bad happen to you. So maybe that's why a lot of adults still, men, women, whatever, might want to bring their mom to every doctor's appointment. Everybody, we covered for red flags and overreacting. Before I check my comments, I just want to go over all the topics we covered. And he or she doesn't text, kind of tell you guys, sorry that I keep interrupting myself, but kind of tell you guys my take on all 3 of these topics. He or she, just so anybody wants to, anybody who's joining live right now, or who didn't hear me correctly, if he or she isn't texting you back more than once or twice a day because they say they're bad at texting, stop talking to that person. They are wasting your time, using you for validation, so on and so forth. If anybody, especially a woman, men, or women who are into women, are listening, if a woman is seriously, especially a woman, is seriously interested in you, she will break every rule, piss anybody off, and tell anybody to eat shit, hurt anybody's feelings to be with you. So if they're saying they're bad at texting, it's because they're really not that into you, and I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'm not going to beat around the bush on this show. He or she, our second topic, in case I didn't clarify that, he or she still snaps their ex because they say they are friends. That is very disrespectful, especially if you... the only exception I will make, she shouldn't be Snapchatting them. If you have a child with somebody and they're your ex, that is very understandable and okay to be in communication with them, because obviously you need to have a good relationship as co-parents to raise that child. But if you don't have a kid with an ex, then you need to stop talking to them and respect your partner's boundaries, because that's very fucked up of you to keep stepping over the line after they've told you time and time again, hey, these are my boundaries, I don't like when you do that. So you're just not either built for a relationship, or you really don't like that person or care about their feelings very much. Yes, I did say teat, Marissa. Some people need to, especially men, need to unleash from their mama's teat. Stop taking your mom to the doctors with you. If you're a girl, it's okay. If you're a guy, stop taking your mom to the doctors with you. It's cringy. So I'm looking at my comments. Marissa is here too. Hello, Marissa and baby Christopher. Shout out to Marissa and baby Christopher. Thank you very much for watching this first ever live episode of Unqualified Opinions with me. I'm not on the camera right now, but with me, your host, Michael Slattery. I am your unhinged, unfiltered, unrated, and I just don't give a fuck host. If you guys like podcasts that aren't all nicey, prim and proper, can't say this, tell them to shut the fuck up, put on my podcast and laugh, okay? That's all I gotta say. People who are prim and proper and are uptight, take the diamond that is, take the piece of coal that is now turned into a diamond out of your butt, and get a fucking sense of humor. Let's see here. Let's get into our little snippet. So, Mom, you're watching. I know you're watching. And today, when we were riding in the car, let me make sure you guys are going to turn the light off of my phone here, because it glares very badly off of the TV. And you guys are going to watch this little snippet of Busta Rhymes. Like I said on numerous other episodes, people, I listen to, yes, heavy metal and the Insane Clown Posse mainly, but I can appreciate any kind of music, whether it be country, whether it be pop, rap, whatever. So, my mom had a special request for me, and she watches my show every night. Shout out to Mom. She's my biggest supporter. Anyway, she watches my show every night, and she really likes my segment called A Little Snitbit. And for those of you who don't know, A Little Snitbit is where me and you, we usually just look up a concert just out of nowhere, because usually I have things prepared, but that's my special little thing with you guys, A Little Snitbit, is we look up a concert together, and I just kind of brainstorm it, and it's a fun thing I like to do with you guys, because it stemmed from a little thing I did out of nowhere, randomly, on a video where I watched a Slipknot concert with you guys. It was very fun, from St. Paul, Minnesota. Great city. In 1999, people were having fun at the Slipknot concert. Go watch that episode. It's fun, and it's awesome. Anyway, it was the things people love about the 2000s. But anyway, before I keep rambling on, let's look at my mom's special request for a little snippet of Busta Rhymes performing Look at Me Now, his part of Look at Me Now, live in 2011 or 12. It was when this song was very new, and people were raving about it. I remember when it was new. It was a very popular song. Everybody was raving about it.
We have climbing gyms all
I'm
over the country.
going to pause this
so we use Google
momentarily.
Meet to connect
Sorry about the
with
ad. Sorry, don't pay attention to me doing things I'm not supposed to. Anyway, for those of you who don't know who Busta Rhymes is, he is a very popular rapper, especially in the late 90s to early 2000s. He is known for his very, very fast ability to rap. He is very good at rapping. He is a very decorated and successful rapper who's been around for about 30 years, I want to say. So if you guys don't know who Busta Rhymes is, look up Busta Rhymes and some of his work. He is a very well-known rapper who has been around for a very long time. Here is a little snippet of Busta Rhymes performing his part of Look at Me Now in 2012, everybody. Here we go. This is a special request from my mom.
Tell me if you know this new shit right here. Hold on. Tell me if you know this new shit right here.
Here's Busta Rhymes. Welcome to the stage, everybody. Let's go. All right, everybody. Thank you, Mom, for having your request be a very good one that I enjoyed very much watching with you guys. I'm sure everybody watching and who's going to watch this tomorrow, morning, night, whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be, whenever you watch this, I'm sure everybody can agree. I'm sorry, let me get that light back on so you guys can see me a little better and it's not so dark. I'm so sorry about the weird camera stuff. Like I said, I have my phone completely turned away. I can't see you guys right now. Well, I can right now. But when I'm sitting in my chair, as I usually am, at my special little table here that I love talking to you guys at, I will be right now in a weird camera predicament because I can usually see myself, but I can't right now. So it's just taking me a while to reply to your guys' comments. Hi, Ma. I see you said, let's go there like I did. Yes, let's go. That was a very good, very, very good little snippet, Mom. It was fucking awesome. Thank you. Anyway, guys, like I said, it was a little bit weird for me this episode because I have not been in this camera angle yet. So, I'm sorry if it's been I've been off camera a lot this episode, and I apologize. It might have to be a regular thing on Saturday nights because of when I'm live. Anyway, thank you very much, Mom, for that little snippet. My personal favorite segment of the show. Like I said, this segment got introduced randomly on episode number 3. And I looked up Slipknot performing in St. Paul, Minnesota, a great city, in 1999. A great show. And right here, we just watched Busta Rhymes performing Look at Me Now live in 2012, January 7th of 2012, when this song was very popular, blowing up the radio stations, bumping at every club and bar, you name it. This was a very popular song, and we just got to witness one of the best rap bars in history, Busta Rhymes, Fast Part, and Look at Me Now, classic. Okay, thank you very much, Mom, again, for the little snippet. of the night. Okay, now, thank you. My outro might be a little long for this episode, but that's okay because this was a very special night for me and Sage. Or I'm sorry, it's okay. She might be on again, so if it's not I guess it's not the biggest deal that you guys know my daughter's name. It's a very touchy thing for me with the internet, but I'm pretty confident that she will be okay. So anyway, she was a very big help and a very big special part of my show tonight. She, like I said, I want to recap her shout-outs that she gave in the beginning of the show, in case anybody wasn't watching or didn't hear her clearly. She gave a special shout-out to Nana, Papa, her mom, everyone at her mom's house, Grandma, Grandpa, and especially Grandpa Chris for giving us the great content of last night's episode, which was one of my favorite episodes to record. I'm so sorry it was in 4 parts, but that was one of my favorite episodes I've ever done. Same with episode 4. Those are my 2 favorite episodes I've ever done. Please go check those out. I'm very proud of those 2 episodes. Anyway, my stepdad gave me some of the best content had on the show by when he was reviewing my podcast with me, because he has a degree in radio broadcasting, so he is very knowledgeable on everything I'm doing right now. And he got a kick out of me saying that you shouldn't clothesline old men in bars when you are drunk and they have pissed you off by fucking talking shit, let's say about your favorite football team, and you're just like, you know what, motherfucker, I'm drunk right now, and the fucking Vikings, or the Packers, or the Bears, what the fuck ever the case may be, just lost. And now you're in my fucking face, being a dick, and I'm gonna give you a clothesline from hell. Don't do it. Leave it to the professionals, like JBL, who's been doing it for over 30 years, safely, without killing anybody, everybody. Leave clotheslining. Again, I will probably reference this a lot because it's one of my favorite things that has been brought to my attention for the show, but you should not clothesline old men in bars. Leave it to the professionals like JBL, who's been doing it for over 30 years, safely, everybody. Anyway, Sage was a very big part of the show and a very big help, and she is going to be on the show regularly, everybody. She is my daughter, and it's only fitting that she is my little mini co-host for pre-shows. I think it'll be a thing, especially because I feel safe with her being on Facebook. And I know she has a lot of family that is very protective of her anyway. So I feel very safe with her being my little host on the pre-show on Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. Catch me and Sage doing the pre-show. Anyway, I would like to give anybody, and let me check one more time. I'm so sorry that I keep getting out of camera view. All right, it looks like I want to give a special shout out because I've seen everybody who was watching this episode to Marissa, baby Christopher, Mom, I'm guessing Chris, and Jessa, Carson, and I'm so sorry. What is your other son's name? Can you, Mom, can you tell me Jessa's other son's name? I'm so sorry I forgot, so I can give him a shout out in case he watched, or just in general. So I can give Jessa's other son, that I can't remember his name very well right now, because I've only met him about once or twice, and I haven't said very much to him either. But, Mom, can you please comment to me Jessa's older son's name, so I can give him a shout out, or anybody. Anyway, I don't think anybody might not be watching or responding right now, but for those of you who are watching, I would like to give Jessa's other son, I'm so sorry, I can't remember your name right now, a special shout out in case you watched my podcast tonight, because you're Jessa's son, and I don't know if she might have had you watch my podcast. Anyway, I would like to still thank everybody who tuned in and who is tuning in. If this isn't live, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel tomorrow night, morning, whatever, I would like to give you all thank you, and I'm sorry if you were expecting more unhinged content. I had to kind of keep it a little bit more cleaned up due to my daughter being on the show tonight. So, I would like to tell you all to please like, subscribe, share, invite your friends to subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. Again, in case everybody wasn't, anybody who just joined, tomorrow is Misty Monday, everybody. March 16th, mark it on your calendars. Every year, Misty Monday, it's a big fucking deal. And if you don't think it's a big deal, fuck you. Anyway, Misty Monday, everybody. Anyway, my final shout out is to everybody who watches my videos, whether you've watched one of them, whether you've put it on for background noise, whether you have watched, whether you have scrolled all the way to the point where I give you a shout out. I don't care. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for everything. Even if you don't like me, even if you laugh at me, even if you find my content not good, thank you for giving me a view at the end of the day. Let's see here. So please make sure to like, share, subscribe, invite your friends, and please, if you know me personally, if you work with me, if I ran into you on the street and you've said hi and we are on friendly terms, please don't feel weird or feel like I'm going to be a dick to you. If you want to come up and say, hey man, I watched your podcast, I think you're funny, and I would really like to come on your podcast. I would love to have you. As I've said, please don't feel nervous or anxious. I will make you feel comforted, and with a cold beverage, with a whole show written up for us to have content to laugh at, and videos to laugh at, and jokes that will come naturally, because that's just what happens on this show. If I can make this show what it is by myself, I cannot imagine how fucking hilarious it's going to be when I have a good guest. So, everybody, this has been the first ever live episode of Unqualified Opinions. It was a very big deal to me. It was very important and special to me. So I want to thank you to everybody who tuned in and got to say hello to my daughter. And this will be on YouTube tomorrow. And I'm working currently with Spotify to get my podcast uploaded. Spotify is a little more touchy than YouTube when it comes to me mentioning things. So it's going to be, it might be a little bit of a process. And when I'm mentioning things, I say, like, they're a lot more, since they are they're mainly a music app, they might get a little bit more uppity than YouTube about me using somebody's intro and stuff. So if I can't be on Spotify because of that, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to change my intro because it makes the show what it is. So, anyway, everybody, I hope you all have a magnificent rest of your night. I'm sorry. I usually say, for those of you who watch my videos, I usually say have a magnificent rest of your night, day, afternoon, whatever the case may be, but we are live, everybody. So, if you are watching on my channel, I'm going to give you my official outro that I do on every episode that I randomly did on my very first one, and I liked how it sounded, so I do it every time now. I hope you all have a magnificent rest of your night, day, afternoon, whatever the case may be. This has been the first official live episode of Unqualified Opinions. I am your host, Michael Slattery, officially signing off. Thank you all for tuning in.